So I get asked a lot, one, how do you stay safe when you're solo traveling out in the middle of nowhere as a female? And two, do you get scared? Come on, please be so for real. Of course I get scared. I get so scared. It's terrifying, let's be honest. But the reward has always been bigger than the fear, and it's taught me a lot about kind of learning how to rely on myself, and that's been a really cool lesson. So 5 things that I always take with me to make sure that I am safe when I'm traveling alone as a solo female in the van. See, every little noise, like it doesn't matter. You can be making a video about safety and be like, what was that? Probably number 1 is this little bracelet. I keep this on me all the time, as much as I can, even if I'm at the beach by myself. Like when I left my whole beach bag behind, I just had my bracelet. So if I needed to cut something up, that would have been helpful. It's really helpful for just like being able to cut things up, but like just knowing you have a little sharp something on you, good to know. Always good to know. The other thing is this little taser. Bought it off of Amazon, pretty cheap actually. It's rechargeable. It also doubles as a flashlight. I've been to some campsites where I needed to walk to the bathroom at night, and it was really nice to have a flashlight out and then be able to know that if I needed to zap somebody, I could. The other thing is this thing called a Birdie, and I have 2 of these actually. I keep one on my backpack, one in the back of the van all the time, and it's basically this little keychain, and it has a pin in it, and when you pull the pin, it sets off the most horrendous loud noise. Like, to say it's loud is like not even gonna do it justice. I won't even test it out. When I lived in an apartment, I kind of tried to test it out, and I thoroughly regretted that because it was like the loudest thing in all of existence. So it keeps making that noise until you put the pin back in, which is a little difficult, but it lights up, lights are flashing, the most crazy noise ever. And it, 1, would throw people off. Is it gonna hurt someone? No. 1, it would throw them off. 2, it is ear piercing. So at least it would kind of give you a moment to like pull yourself together. The other thing is my cameras. I have 3 cameras all hooked up on the outside of the van, and right now I don't have any phone service, but I'm able to run them off of a system entirely out of the van, completely independent of any internet or cellular anything. So it's completely local, which makes me feel a lot safer because I know that no one can really like hack into it, which is really nice. So depending on where I am, I might put up all 3, I might put up 1. It just really depends. I like to have 1 on the back of the van, 1 right here, and then 1 on the driver's side. And then if I need to see anything out the front, I can just look if I really need to. Gives me a lot of peace of mind. And it's also funny because I've had nightmares before where I thought I was somewhere else, and it was really easy to just pull up the cameras and see where I was rather than having to like get up and get out of bed and figure out where I was. Really weird. The other thing that I always take with me is my Spot. It is a satellite messaging device, and you go in and pre-program different messages and different recipients. So you kind of have a list of people that it's going to automatically send information to based on the button you press. So mine are basically like I'm leaving camp or arriving at camp. They should be able to figure that out based on the time of day. Another one is basically just checking in, I'm good, and it gives them my coordinates. So when I don't have phone service, like right now, I'm able to send them a message, and you can do that to a phone number as a text message, or you can do that as an email. So that's really cool. There is a monthly fee for that, but I feel like it is well worth it because also in the case of an emergency, you can get help. If you are off on a trail somewhere, like when I did Kolchak Lake, I took that with me, and it gave me a lot of peace of mind knowing that anywhere I was on that trail, if they have to send in a helicopter to come rescue me, they can. It's really cool, gives me a lot of peace of mind. So you can do like an emergency SOS, which will notify all of the emergency response teams in the area, or you can do a non-life threatening emergency. That would send a notification to your contacts letting them know that you are having a non-life threatening emergency. So typically for me, that would be if I had car trouble somewhere where I didn't have service. My contacts on my little list of recipients have the information for my car insurance. So if I need to get some sort of roadside assistance, then they would be able to call and give my coordinates to the roadside assistance person. All that being said, since I bought that, the newer iPhones have a satellite option now, which is really nice. If you need to contact emergency services, send your location, get roadside assistance, or send iMessage text messages, It's just basic text messages. You can't really do like anything crazy, but just a quick little simple message to your friends. If you can connect to a satellite, you can do that. So if you don't have Starlink or anything like that, you do have an option for staying connected via satellite anywhere you are. So those are really great options just for being able to check in with loved ones. And there are a lot of different options. If you aren't wanting the Spot, there's also the Garmin InReach. There are several different options, and it doesn't really matter what you get as long as you have some way to stay connected and be able to get help if you need it. Always, always, always. If I'm on the trail, it is strapped to the outside of my backpack. It is always in reach. In reach. It's strapped to the outside of my backpack. It is always accessible, because if you were to fall and sprain your ankle or something and need help, you need to be able to have it within arm's reach all the time to be able to get help if you need it. I also recommend trying to keep, like if you have a taser or whatever, keep the taser on you, keep my little bracelet knife thing on me. Again, that's not really going to do a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. It's good to know that you have something sharper than your fingernails. So another tip that I will say, just as far as safety goes, always keep your keys on your person. And when you're in the van for the night, have a set location where they should always be. After dark, you need to go in full stealth mode. Lock your doors, close your doors, go around and check, make sure everything's locked up, cover all of your windows, make sure no light can get through, just because you don't want anyone to be able to know that you're in there and potentially by yourself. Another thing when you are parking your van is to always park with the nose facing towards the exit so that you can quickly jump in the driver's seat and go. With that, always keep your driver's seat open and accessible so that if there is an emergency, you can very quickly and easily jump in the driver's seat and go as quickly as possible without having to worry about moving stuff around. Another thing that I like to do is in the driver's seat and passenger seat, I take the seat belt and loop it through the driver's door and the passenger door and buckle it in. This just provides another level of safety as far as if someone were to get your car unlocked. It just gives a little extra time for you to kind of get your bearings about you if you are in danger ever. Another thing that I'll do is sometimes like use a bungee cord to do that with the sliding door. Again, it's not going to keep anyone out for sure, but it gives you another couple seconds that you could use to your advantage. I have also seen people install manual hook blocks, like the metal ones on the inside of the sliding door or the back door. Those are also really good options just to kind of give yourself more layers of security in case you need it. Hopefully you never need it, but in case you do, it's never a bad idea. Most of these tips have been human related, but there are definitely things to keep in mind as far as staying safe from wildlife. That can be a different topic in itself. Can't believe I didn't mention this. Bear spray. I am deep in bear country right now, and bear spray is actually like pepper spray, but just much more potent. So you just use this same that you would use pepper spray on someone to help be able to get away. That's another layer of protection that you should always have accessible, whether it is for a bear or for a human. Always, whenever you are traveling alone, make sure that you have people who always know where you are keeping up with your location, and know kind of when to expect you to check in. And so if you somehow don't check in, then they will know that there's something wrong and to kind of be on alert. Some of this might seem like overkill, but when you are by yourself, you kind of have to do the most when it comes to staying safe, because it's just you. And if something were to go wrong, you need to make sure that you are fully prepared to handle any situation. So I hope some of this helped. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop in the comments. Let me know if these are things you've thought about, if you've heard about, if there's things that I haven't mentioned that maybe I should implement into my routine. Please let me know in the comments. But thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.